You know, as we get older, life has a way of teaching us what truly matters: peace, harmony, and the joy of simple moments. But sometimes, even with the best intentions, sharing too much with our loved ones can unintentionally stir up worry, misunderstandings, or even unnecessary conflicts. And after 65, isn't peace of mind one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves? That's why today, I want to talk about something that might surprise you: the things we shouldn't share with our family as we age. Now, this isn't about keeping secrets out of distrust. It's about protecting our own peace and maintaining loving, stress-free relationships. Because let's face it, some topics, no matter how well-meaning, can open doors to stress we just don't need. So, let's dive into 5 things you might want to keep close to your heart after 65. These aren't rules, just gentle suggestions to help you navigate family dynamics with a little more ease. The first secret: your exact financial details. Money is one of those topics that can quickly turn a pleasant family dinner into a tense conversation. You might feel obligated to share every detail of your savings, investments, or even your will with your children or siblings, especially if they've started asking questions. But here's the thing: while transparency is good, too much financial disclosure can sometimes lead to unintended pressure or even disagreements among family members. For example, let's say you casually mention a large sum you've saved for emergencies. Suddenly, a well-meaning adult child might start offering unsolicited advice on how you should spend it, or worse, someone might begin to feel entitled to it. Money has a way of changing perspectives, even among the closest families. Instead, consider keeping the specifics private. You can reassure your family that you're financially secure without diving into exact numbers. If you've planned for your future, whether it's through savings, pensions, or other means, that's wonderful. But the nitty-gritty details? Those can stay between you and your financial advisor. The second secret: every little health worry. We all have those moments: a new ache, a strange pain, or a day when we just feel a bit off. And it's natural to want to share these concerns with our loved ones. But here's the catch: while families should certainly know about major health issues, sharing every minor symptom can lead to unnecessary anxiety for them and for you. Think about it. If you mention every headache or dizzy spell, your children might start imagining the worst-case scenario. Before you know it, they're insisting on doctor's appointments you don't yet need or treating you like you're fragile. And that can make you start feeling older than you really are. Of course, if something feels serious, absolutely seek help and inform your family. But for the small, everyday stuff, try giving yourself and them a little grace. Monitor how you feel, stay proactive with your health, and share updates when it's truly important. That way, when you do talk about health, they'll know it's something worth paying attention to. Now, these first 2 secrets are all about balancing openness with peace of mind. And as we move forward, we'll explore a few more things that might be better kept close to your heart, not out of secrecy, but out of wisdom. Because after 65, you've earned the right to choose what brings you calm and happiness. So, let's continue this conversation in the next part, where we'll talk about why some past regrets and family conflicts might be better left unspoken. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. You know, one of the beautiful things about getting older is the wisdom that comes with it, the understanding that not every thought needs to be spoken, and not every memory needs to be revisited. Some things, when left unsaid, can actually preserve the harmony we cherish in our later years. So, let's pick up where we left off and explore the next few things that might be better kept to yourself after 65. These aren't about hiding who you are, but about choosing peace over unnecessary stress. The third secret: past regrets and what-ifs. We've all lived long enough to have a few regrets, choices we wish we'd made differently, roads not taken, words we said or didn't say. It's natural to reflect on these things, especially as we grow older. But here's the problem: sharing these regrets with family, particularly adult children, can sometimes do more harm than good. For example, if you confess that you always regretted not pursuing a different career, your children might internalize that as dissatisfaction with the life you built, including the family you raised. Or if you dwell on past mistakes, they might start seeing you through the lens of those regrets rather than the full, rich life you've actually lived. The truth is, the past can't be changed, but the present can still be enjoyed. Instead of revisiting old wounds, focus on the lessons those experiences taught you. If you feel the need to reflect, consider journaling or talking with a close friend who understands without judgment. But with family, sometimes it's kinder to them and to yourself to let those what-ifs stay in the past. The fourth secret: family conflicts you've moved past. Every family has its share of disagreements, sibling rivalries, old grudges, misunderstandings that simmered for years. Maybe you've even had a falling out with a relative that's since been resolved. But here's the thing: dredging up those conflicts, especially with younger generations, can reopen old wounds and create new tensions. Let's say you and your sister had a big argument decades ago, but you've since reconciled. If you bring it up now, your children or grandchildren might start taking sides, or worse, inherit a resentment that wasn't theirs to carry. Family stories have a way of shaping how younger generations see one another, and sometimes, the kindest thing you can do is let old battles stay buried. This doesn't mean pretending the past didn't happen, it just means recognizing that some things are better left in the past. If a conflict is truly resolved, there's no need to revisit it. And if it's not, well, that's a conversation to have with the person directly involved, not the entire family tree. Now, these two secrets, past regrets and old conflicts, are all about protecting the peace you've worked so hard to create. And as we move forward, we'll talk about one more thing that might surprise you: why your personal spiritual or political beliefs might be better kept private in certain family conversations. Because at this stage of life, you've earned the right to surround yourself with calm, love, and understanding, without unnecessary debates or disagreements. So, let's continue this journey in the next part, where we'll explore how to navigate those trickier topics with grace. There's a quiet strength that comes with age, the kind that lets you smile at things that once might have upset you, and walk away from conversations that no longer serve your peace. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about now as we wrap up our discussion on the things best kept private after 65. The fifth secret: your deepest spiritual or political beliefs. Now, this might seem counterintuitive at first. After all, shouldn't we be able to share our thoughts freely with family? Of course, but here's the nuance. While sharing values can be beautiful, rigid debates about religion, politics, or other deeply personal beliefs often create unnecessary friction. Think about recent family gatherings where conversations about current events or moral issues turned heated. At 65 plus, you've likely seen how these topics can divide people more than unite them. Your grandchildren might see the world completely differently than you do, and that's okay. The goal isn't to change minds, it's to maintain loving connections. This doesn't mean hiding who you are. It simply means choosing when and how to share these parts of yourself. Maybe it's through your actions rather than arguments. Maybe it's in one-on-one conversations with those truly open to listening. The wisdom here is knowing that not every belief needs to be defended, especially if it comes at the cost of family harmony. So let's take a step back and look at what we've covered. Keeping financial specifics private to avoid pressure or entitlement. Sharing health concerns thoughtfully rather than reactively. Letting go of past regrets instead of burdening others with them. Leaving resolved conflicts in the past where they belong. Choosing peace over proving points in matters of belief. These aren't rules, they're invitations to be intentional about what you share. Because here's the beautiful truth: at this stage of life, you get to decide what energy you allow into your world. Every conversation, every confession, every confidence should add to your peace, not subtract from it. As we close, I want you to imagine your ideal day at this chapter of life. What does it feel like? For most of us, it's not about drama or debates, it's about contentment, connection, and the quiet joy of being truly at ease. That's what these suggestions are really about. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you found certain topics are better left unshared with family? What's your secret to maintaining peaceful relationships? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more conversations like this one. Remember, growing older isn't about losing anything, it's about gaining the wisdom to know what truly matters. Here's to living these years exactly how you choose, with grace, with peace, and on your own terms. Until next time. Take care of yourself, you've earned it.